Often these sorts of players, they need a run of games, and he never really got that for one reason or another. And
very much a fringe player, wasn't he?
Yeah. Whereas I think coming to Wealdstone, he's a bit more of a real senior player, and he's done well.
Olamola is onside here. Is the wrong side of Cuthbert, having been fed through by Kretschmar. It's across the face of goal, and it's a glorious opportunity for Lunga, who's forward again from that right wing back position. A 4. We worked that out over the course of the afternoon. First sighting of Lewis Simper and Ricky Corbeau have gone to warm up. Cross comes in looking for Dackers. He was always wide, but I think Woking have got to realise that when they play with Hammond and Brown, there's not a lot of height. They've certainly got plenty of that. You had at that Wrexham game, Ian, which we'll come to in just a moment or two. Hammond judged to have brought it down with his hand. Play goes on, it's straight under the throat of Sam Howells, but he spilt it to Dackers, and Dackers showing over Havingham, and it will be a free kick. Sam Howells, one of the 4 ex-Woking players. Lunga, who's pushing further forward once again. Back to Barker, first time cross, should be straight under the throat of the goalkeeper, who rises and punches straight to Alarakia, trying to shape it back onto that right foot. Olamola now, low drive, blocked by Moss. Still not out though. It's crossed back in again, and Lunga is there. And it's going to be a goal kick. Kretschmar goes to the ground, holding his face. Things do quieten down. They do have a 6 days off, which is a long time in football nowadays. Good trickery from Dackers to bring it under his spell. Sliding in there was Kretschmar, but play goes on with Kellerman. Kellerman looking out to the right to find Moss. Eventually, after a couple of back-to-back fouls, Woking do have a free kick in a very dangerous position. Halfway inside the Wealdstone half, Casey, Hammond and Wilkinson. Wilkinson runs away. Hammond goes for goal. It's round the wall, but it should be straight under the throat of Howells. And with Daly arriving, eventually gets 2 firm hands to it. Sam Howells in all yellow. Throws it out to Alarakia, who's so we'll clarify that in just a second. Casey, nice pass to Kellerman, but nicked off him by Kretschmar.
Well
Casey
done,
was
Casey.
sweeping up though. Now onto Lofthouse. Ball is a good one, looking for Dackers. Cook was flying to the header. Daly's there, and Dackers, his header right next to the hands of Sam Howells. That's how high Marcus Dackers can climb. But the negative of the league is that, can you see them both going up? Of course, one of them is going to have to go through the playoffs. It's a wonderful ball out to Ilunga, who has support here with Charles. Maloma now with Charles. Good save, Eskalainen. Really good save onto the post. 1 or 2 question marks from Tuesday night. He has answered them there with a wonderful stop from Olamola.
That's the agility we mentioned. It was a great ball. I mean, Wealdstone play nice football. That was a good ball in, and you know, Olamola turned and hit it, and it was goal bound. And you know, he's one of those players. Low central
is good as well. Ince's header is down, cut up by Kretschmar. Dyer's running into a bit of trouble there. Ince finds Hammond, nearly ricochets into his path. Freckleton has to clear it away. Casey comes in. There's Alarakia, and Kretschmar wants some more. Ilunga, Moss went flying in. Alarakia's through though, good refereeing. It must be said by Matthew Russell. Alarakia, Maloma, it's through here, around the goalkeeper again. 2 good hands to it, and claims the loose ball. Wonderful goalkeeper from Jeskalainen. Olamola was through, looked to go around the goalkeeper. There's going to be a stoppage here. Practice, but he was firm up to the challenge today. 2 wonderful, wonderful saves, it must be said, both from the feet of Olafela Olamola. One of those was a powerful strike inside the 6-yard area, as Wealdstone now get given a free kick on the edge of the area. So I'll quickly wrap this up. Olamola, who I've been saying so many times, it's going to get stuck in my head very shortly.
Looks like it could be Charles lined up to take it.
Charles or Ilunga. It is Charles over the wall, pushed away by Jeskalainen for its 3rd stop of the afternoon. Some performance.
Yeah, he did well there at his near post, and it was on target.
A save I guess you would expect him to make. Dan Moss with a throw. Daly has switched flanks with Lofthouse, maybe to just eke out a little bit more improvement. Kretschmar is there, so too is Wilkinson. Wilkinson, Dackers! It's another goal for Marcus Dackers! The first on home soil for his new club. He's put Woking in front. Wilkinson to find the big man up top. He found a bit of space and he found the back of the net. And he's put Woking 1-0 to the good here after a hat-trick of wonderful saves from Wealdstone. Woking are the team to break through. Woking 1, Wealdstone 0.
Yeah, great goal. It really came from very little. I mean, it was Woking doing what Woking do.
He's to his feet now, but he seems to be struggling. Kretschmar, Alarakia, wonderful ball through to Havigan, blasting forward down this left side. Cross comes in, Ilunga's header, and it falls to Charles. And what a challenge that was from either Casey or Ince.
Both, I think.
I think the combination of the both, as you say.
Both flew in there.
I think they're hurt. Daly gives the thumbs up to Darren Sole. Brings it under control. Gets beyond Barker, just beyond Dackers. Wilkinson's there, first time cross, straight off the face of Dackers. Gets another opportunity to offload to Kellerman. Back out to Wilkinson, who's playing as a right winger at the minute. Still going, Wilkinson. Was he caught by Kretschmar? No, says the referee. And there's Ammond, lets it go to Moss. Woking, their third straight attack here. Frackleton throws a leg at it. Wilkinson from range. I think he's out of breath, Wilkinson, and just smiles at Ammond on his way through and puts his hand up in apology.
So we've had Wilkinson, the defender.
Holding his hamstring, hopefully it's not a tear and maybe just a pull. Has been replaced by Solomon Wabuke, who naturally is a central midfielder, so Kellerman's had to been angled out to this right, and as I said, Wilkinson's found a bit of room down the right hand side as well. Just stick with us here as Woking are bombing forward with Ammond. Now with Kellerman, left footed strike, rebounds off Dyer, out for a corner. Woking pressing for a second, David. We've got 4 additional minutes to the first half. It remains Woking 1, Wealdstone 0.
Defence. He is the box-to-box midfielder, but he's a lot more than that.
Casey. Oh, and it was Ince's header. Last touch might have come off Jack Kirk. Wonderful opportunity. They've got several players in the box that can score headers. Cuthbert, of course. Ince finding Dackers. Lovely flick to find Ammond. Now with Lofthouse, really good build-up play from Woking. Lofthouse finds Wabuke. Solomon Wabuke looking to make Batu. Lofthouse probably would have been faring better if he got himself. Wabuke back to Casey. Charles straight to the chest of Wabuke, who gets it back. First time ball into the box, looking for Dackers. Nods it on to Kellerman. Not the ideal ball. Kellerman, Wabuke in a bit of space, shaping it back to that right. Cuts onto his left. And had the old sandwich out, but clapped and applauded by Darren Sale for the idea. Only as far as Casey. Woking with another attack, and just as I say that, Howes has still got a job to do and actually puts it over the crossbar. Kellerman and Wabuke on the edge of the penalty area. Ammond's header is wide, goal kick. Casey, 2 hands in the air. Lofthouse and Moss have stayed back for Woking. Towards the back post, Cuthbert with a towering header looking for Dackers. Ince take a swipe, did it hit a hand of Alarakia? No, says the referee. And at the other end, Olamola is the wrong side of Moss. Olamola with a real swipe at goal. Wabuke. Direct to Ammond, has Corboa to his left, and here he is, first touch for Woking's number 7 in 2023. Corboa, back to Lofthouse! Was he caught there by Barker? I think he was.
Go the more prosaic way.
Corboa cutting infield between 2 blue shirts. Wabuke just caught in a bit of a pocket here. Ince, direct, nice first time football. Corboa wants to shape for the shot. Lofthouse will though. Karen Lofthouse! Pushed away from danger from Sam Howes. Ammond was offside. But a good save from Sam Howes to keep the scoreline Woking 1, Wealdstone 0.
Yeah, great work by Woking. You know, a lot of interactive passing on the edge of the area, and then eventually it fell to Lofthouse.
Keeping a solid back line. There's 2 banks of 4 as you hear. Ilunga, is he onside? Flag stays down. Barker on the overlap. Low ball in. Caught was Kretschmar. Penalty! Cuthbert didn't spot the runner. Kretschmar. The referee did. Kretschmar caught. Matthew Russell points to the spot.
Yeah, no real objections there from the Woking players.
Takes a couple of steps, referee making sure every other player outside the box. Kretschmar, another intake of breath, up against Jääskeläinen, and Jääskeläinen got a hand to it, but Kretschmar scores! Against his former side, goes over to celebrate with the travelling supporters, all 329 of them.
Yeah.
Jääskeläinen with a hand, not strong enough, 1-1.
Yeah, good penalty. I mean, to be honest, Woking fans wouldn't have been expecting Max Kretschmar to miss. He's a superb penalty taker.
Okay, turning out of trouble outside of the boot from Casey, stabbing it forward to Barker, who takes no second chances. But Nerney not taking the chance of Jääskeläinen.
No, and that was probably the right thing to do. I think Jääskeläinen had come way out off his line.
Finds Arbiero, wrong side of Moss. Ball into the penalty area is kneed away by Cuthbert and then headed clear by Ince. From range is Dyer. Straight into the hands or the midriff of Will Jääskeläinen.
Yeah, sweetly struck shot that, real power, but if it's well delivered, it'll be right on Jääskeläinen.
Flicked on by Barker, always going over.
Yeah,
goal kick.
It wasn't well delivered, was it?
No. The linesman, who's got his whistle ready, the referee, and there it is. It's full time at the Laithwaite, but Nerney puts his hands to his head. It was Cuthbert's error which led to the penalty. Is it 2 points dropped?
I think on the performance, it's probably a fair result today. So, you know, a draw is always 2 points dropped in that sense. But if you look at how Wealdstone played and how Woking played, I think it's probably a fair result.